In all religions, there is a concept of heaven. In many of many people feel that this life is a preparation for the next life. But if you say that to the children today, they look and say, "What nonsense? That's not true."
See, the greatest crime committed on this planet is the idea of heaven. Because the moment you tell someone, this is not the place to live well, this is another place where you're going to go and live well, it's a crime against humanity.
Really?
It is. Because you're making sure people don't live well here, they'll wait to live well elsewhere. I'm asking, do you have any proof that you are not already in heaven and making a mess out of it?
Yeah, there isn't. Or hell.
That's up to you. So essentially, human experience can be either like heaven or like hell. So people say, they come to the yoga center and say, "Oh, Sadhguru, you've created a heaven." I said, don't say that. This is planet Earth and it's the most beautiful place that we know. Don't say that another place is there which is more beautiful than this, which is better than this. This is because you are living badly. You think there's another place where you will go and live well. All the sort of people that they say they went to heaven, I don't want to be in their company.
Yeah, true. I know, but you're talking about thousands of years of prophets and gurus and yogis who have been telling us that…
No. Don't blame the yogis. Yogis never talked about going to heaven. It is only… the heaven idea is a very Western idea. When I say Western, I'm talking West Asian idea.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, there is no heavenly business here. Here, you've always been told your life is your karma and you have to make it happen the way you make it happen, and there is a possibility of life being cyclical, and you can transcend the cycles if you wish, or you can go through the cycles. Nobody said you're going to heaven and permanently be there in one place. I'm saying, suppose I will send you to the most beautiful resort on the planet, but we will picket it in such a way that you can't cross it. You have to live there only forever, not for your lifetime, forever. You think it'll be great? It'll be just like any prison, all right?
True.
So this is the idea of heaven. It's supposed to be very beautiful, but once you go there, there's no way out. I don't want to go there.
Yes. That brings me to one question which I was going to ask later. You're one of those who has broken stereotypes, of a guru, of a yogi, of a mystic person who, extricates himself from the worldly life. You dance, you sing, you play golf, you motorcycle, you travel the world, you wear lovely clothes.
That lovely?
It is very pretty.
Thank you.
You seem to…
I design my own clothes, I want you to know.
Okay. It's from natural fiber, I can see.
Yes, that's a part of my mission. Save the Weave is one of the projects that we are doing.
Okay.
To bring back natural fiber, because one of the worst kind of pollutions that is happening is because of the clothing. Like they say, an average American has about 28 grams of polyurethane in their body. And this is one of the biggest causes for cancer and things like that. And fashion industry is the third largest polluter on the planet. So these things are happening and nobody looks at it because everybody is focused on something that's visible. It is the smoke that comes out of the automobile that everybody is interested in. Everybody is interested in that lowly plastic bag which is floating around. I'm not saying they should not be fixed, but especially in Western countries, and it's become true in our country also now, nearly 90% of the clothes that children wear are polyurethane. 92% of the world's fiber is polyurethane already.
Non-biodegradable.
Yes. And when children wear this, especially when children wear this, before 15 years of age, if they wear this polyurethane clothing, any kind of synthetic clothing, they get poisoned. So you are wondering why somebody is autistic, why this and that. If I say this, oh, where is the research, where is the fact? I'm saying, see, you will find facts after there are massive numbers of people, right? The fact is, we know what it does. We know it enters your bloodstream. We know it's entered the soil, we know it's entered the water, we know it's entered our food cycle, we know it's in the air. So, one of the important things, I've been pushing this with the governments to at least school children, make it that they're wearing either cotton
Natural
or
fibers.
linen or anything, okay, which is natural. It'll make a huge difference. At least the government schools make it, but it's still not happened. Everybody's using terracotta, terraline and whatever. It's not so much because it is cotton and 5–10% this thing. It's okay, I would say, because it demands less maintenance. But a time has come when the richest people in the world are wearing crumply clothes once again. In California, I'm in somebody's house who's really up there in the movie thing and all that. So when I go, our volunteers ask, is there an iron box? So what? This is not a kind of house where we'll have an iron box. Iron box is an insult. It's for those kind of steamsters.
Permanent press clothes, right?
No, they're not pressed, they all wear crumply clothes. Because that's fashionable, that's the most expensive clothing.
Linen
So when there is a fashion like that, we must all get into little crumply clothes, it's all right. Yeah, I'm also into a little bit of crumply clothes.
So, but my question stays, Sadhguruji, that you've broken stereotypes.
Yeah, see the thing is, when you say stereotype, where did your stereotype come from? You're looking at the calendar images of those long bearded, constipated look on their face, that kind of yogis, they're artists' work. The yogis were never like that. You look at Adi Yogi, the first yogi. He's the most exuberant and athletic human being you can find. You look at all the gods that you have in this country, if they don't dance, they cannot be gods in our country. Non-dancing god not allowed in this culture. A man who cannot dance, how can he be even a human being? Forget about being a god.
Dancing with ecstasy because of spiritual
Yes,
union
it is
with…
not some trained dancing. See, dance is like laughter. When you're bubbling with joy, you laugh, all right? It's not like you're trained to laugh. Naturally, it comes to you. It's not that somebody has to tell you a joke. Life is funny. If you look at it carefully, it's very, very funny. If you look at it in the surface, it's dead serious. But if you look at it carefully enough, it's quite funny how people come, do all this and tomorrow morning they disappear and everything is fine, all right? It's quite funny. So if you see on one level, you will laugh. When your body wants to laugh, it will dance. It's a consequence of exuberance. It is not some special kind of dance you have to do.
This joy and exuberance, you feel it's very much part of Indian culture or…
No, it's part of life.
It's part of life.
It's part of life. Life is exuberant. You just look at this. Children below, that is also unfortunately it's happening. 12, 13-year-old children are depressed and committing suicide, all these things unfortunately, it's the worst thing that can happen to humanity. But you look at any child anywhere in the world, being exuberant is natural. Look at a butterfly, look at a grasshopper, look at anything. Everything is exuberant. What went wrong with you is just this, you became dead serious about life. You're dying to live. People are dying to live. What
That's
for?
a very in-depth statement.
You're alive anyway. And when you really look at it, how long are you alive if you look at this, even if you live to be 100? But what potential a human being carries, it's too little, if you explore the potential. Otherwise, it may feel very long. I mean, in your own experience, you can look back and see any given day. On a day when you're very joyful, 24 hours, poof, it goes away like a moment. Someday, if you're a little frustrated or anxious or depressed about something, then 24 hours feels like a eon of time. This is because only miserable people can have a long life.
Are Indians miserable by nature?
Not at all.
So the reason I'm asking Sadhguruji is because recently there was something that came out, the happiness…
studies, nonsense, that is all. See, I travel everywhere in the world. Everywhere we go, at least Western societies, if you go to Africa and all, it's different, but Western societies, if you travel, they are at many notches above us in terms of material comfort and, their whatever is organization of life. But they will all, in the evenings after the drink, they will all be laughing. During the work, can they laugh? When they're driving, can they laugh? Most of them can't even smile, okay? Unfortunately, in big cities in India also, it's becoming like that, but when I land in India, you will see many more smiles, brighter smiles, natural ones, not trained ones, simply bursting out. So when you were a child, at the age of 5, if you're so joyful, by the time you're 30, you should have become ecstatic if you were growing. But unfortunately, the reverse happens simply because your psychological drama overtakes the existential reality of life. Otherwise, if you pay attention to anything, a flower can engage you for the rest of your life, a leaf can engage you for the rest of your life. Why, if you pay attention, one atom can engage you for the rest of your life. It's so complex and fantastic.